TUTV. My name is Charity Barton.
And I'm Alex Garofalo.
So, Alex, I like your shirt. One, because it has the red in it, which I think is really cool because most TU shirts either just have gold, blue, or white.
Yeah, well, thank you. I actually don't know where exactly it came from. It's one of those things I acquired after a fraternity party. It was left in my room.
Okay.
But it does make me wonder, honestly, what our true colors are, because I went to the football game this weekend and they were wearing all black.
Yeah.
And then I go to a soccer game and the uniforms have hints of gray. And then I go to a softball game and there's uniforms that have red in them. So I wonder, what are the official TU colors? And does anybody really know?
I wonder if it matters. I like the gray for soccer. I like all black for football. They look good. They look like they're like there to play.
Okay, well, that's one of that's cool. I just want to know who's deciding to add that to the repertoire.
Maybe so we can increase our closet space. I don't know.
Viewers, what do you decide? What do you think? Go on the webpage, figure it out. Vote, get back to us.
Hello and welcome back to TUTV News. I'm Robert Steer.
And I'm Sydney Allison. This week we have trouble in the Democratic Party, failed phone mergers, and Oklahoma's ongoing state budget woes. Let's get started.
Former Democratic National Committee head Donna Brazile writes in her new book that she seriously contemplated replacing Hillary Clinton as the party's 2016 presidential nominee with then Vice President Biden in the aftermath of Clinton's fainting spell. She claims Clinton's campaign was, quote, anemic and had taken on, quote, the odor of failure. In an explosive new memoir, Brazile details widespread dysfunction and dissension throughout the Democratic Party, including secret deliberations over using her powers as interim DNC chair to initiate the process of removing Clinton and running mate Senator Tim Kaine from the ticket after Clinton's September 11, 2016 collapse in New York City. She wrote that she considered dozens of replacement combinations and settled on Joe Biden and Senator Cory Booker. She then writes that, quote, I thought of Hillary Clinton and all the women in the country who were so proud and excited for her. I could not do this to them.
Sprint Corporation and T-Mobile US Incorporated said on Sunday that they have called off merger talks to create a stronger U.S. wireless company to rival market leaders. This leaves America's fourth largest provider, Sprint, to engineer a turnaround of its own. The announcement marks the latest failed attempt to combine the third and fourth largest U.S. wireless carriers as Sprint parent SoftBank Group and T-Mobile parent Deutsche Telekom AG have been unwilling to part with too much of their prized U.S. assets. A combined company would have had more than 130 million U.S. subscribers, behind only telecom giants Verizon and AT&T. According to Eric Gordon, a business professor at the University of Michigan, quote, consumers are better off without the merger because Sprint and T-Mobile will continue to compete fiercely for budget-conscious customers.
A Japanese company is giving its non-smoking staff an additional 6 days of holiday a year to make up for the time smokers take for cigarette breaks. The company introduced the new paid leave allowance in September after non-smokers complained they were working more hours than their colleagues who smoked. The corporate planning director of the marketing firm Piala Inc. said overall the decision has been, quote, pretty popular. There's a total of 120 staff members at the firm, and he said that about 2/3 of them don't smoke. In Canada, the policy is sparking a debate about whether or not it should be implemented in the workplace. Trevor Carr, president of Noise Digital, a digital media company, said he keeps hearing more and more about the vacation for non-smokers policy and said this is something he would consider for his company. He further claimed, quote, "I would consider it as a reward for non-smokers and for an incentive for smokers to quit, for sure." On average, each smoker costs around an employer around $4,200 in productivity each year, according to 2013 statistics by the Conference Board of Canada.
Friends, family, and fans will soon gather to recognize the one-year anniversary of the death of Tulsa music legend Leon Russell and to raise funds for a permanent memorial. According to Steve Todoroff, who for more than 25 years produced the annual Leon Russell Birthday Bash concerts, quote, "The plan is for a memorial that people can visit, but eventually for it to also be the final resting place for Russell's cremated remains. That plan calls for a 6-foot-tall black granite grand piano design that would include an engraved portrait of Russell. It would be located in an area of Tulsa's Memorial Park Cemetery near a lake and not far from the grave of Bob Wills. The Monument Fund Committee has raised $20,000 of $42,000 cost for the memorial. A $20 per person fundraising event at Circle Cinema will take place on the one-year anniversary of Russell's death, November 13th at 7 p.m., and will feature the premiere of a 1970s concert film featuring Russell.
Oklahoma's ongoing budget impasse means that funding for senior citizens and disabled people is expected to vanish, affecting thousands across the state. This will be a huge challenge for assisted living facilities as lawmakers cut the Advantage program, Diagnosis, Senior Living in Broken Arrow, has 26 residents under the Advantage program across 3 facilities. On November 1st, all of them received notices saying they'll be evicted in 30 days. Many say they have no funding or family to fall back on. Says evicted resident Patricia Allen, quote, "I don't have another living option. I'm trying to be upbeat and positive, but it's really hard right now." Another president, Scott Pilgrim, said, quote, This is all a byproduct of the legislature struggling to come up to a budget resolution. I don't know the blame there, whether it's Republican, Democrat, I don't care. I don't care. Fix the problem." In total, there are about 200 Advantage recipients living in facilities across Oklahoma. So I think the smoking initiative for workplaces is actually a pretty good idea. Just give benefits to people who don't smoke.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never thought about that before, but I can see how it would kind of motivate people to stop smoking.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, and also it's a good benefit for people that are staying healthy and being productive in the workplace.
Yeah,
so.
I get it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, not to weigh in too much in the debate happening over there at the news at the other anchors, but I'm personally in favor of just the gold and white color scheme. I don't know if that's just me. I think the gold and white looks pretty good. But
I like it. I do like the little splashes of red in there. It does add a little something different than just the regular gold and blue, because I see a lot of blue on campus.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Once again, weigh in on your comments on what colors Tulsa should have, and stop smoking. All right, that's it for this week. See you later.
See ya.
Hello, viewers, and welcome back. I'm here this week with Racheal Deeds, captain of the girls' ultimate team here on campus. Last week we had the men's. Here now we have the women's. And it is called, interestingly enough, Coriolis Force. So, Racheal, my first question is, where did that name come from?
So, Alex, it actually came from the scientific name for the force in the center of a hurricane is the Coriolis effect. And so whenever we were trying to decide the name, we wanted to kind of give a tribute, kind of shout out to the University of Tulsa in our name, and so we decided to do something that was hurricane related, and Coriolis Force just kind of became.
Very interesting. You must have some physics majors on the team.
Actually, no, there's a couple of engineers and other majors, but no physics.
It's a good name. It definitely caught my eye on your flyers around campus. Made me wonder what you all are about. So how long have you been playing the sport?
So I personally have been playing for 6 years now. I started in high school and have been playing ever since.
So you're kind of an expert.
Ah.
at the game.
I don't know if I'd say that, but it's been a good journey.
What got you into it?
So I had been playing soccer for over 10 years and kind of reached that stage where I was kind of feeling a little burnt out, but obviously still wanted to keep playing sports. And so my high school actually had a mixed kind of co-ed team. And so I went to one of their practices and right off the bat, I immediately fell in love with it. And it became my favorite sport of all time, even though I had played soccer for so many years before that. And then whenever I got to TU, I was at the activities fair here and realized they had a club team here on campus and decided, okay, I'm gonna go to TU. They have a team, sign me up. So.
Very, very neat. And when did you start the women's team?
So the women's team actually started this year. Was our very first semester doing it.
Okay.
I started kind of doing some research with my co-captain, Claire, at the end of last semester, just trying to get a sense for if there was enough interest here on campus to actually be able to start the team, and there was tons of support. And so we decided to go through with the idea and kind of make it happen.
All right. What's so how many tournaments have you all gone to this semester?
So we have been to 3 tournaments so far.
Okay.
Our first one was here in Tulsa. It was an all-rookie tournament. So there were teams from across Oklahoma, one from Arkansas, and a couple from Missouri that came and just played their rookies, which is their first and second year players. So we actually won our very first game that tournament, and right off the bat, it started and we just kept the momentum going and went to 2 more tournaments, one in Manhattan, Kansas, and then the other one was in Norman, Oklahoma, and played tons of teams from all over the Midwest and a couple from Texas.
Sounds like you're getting some good experience.
Yes.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So when do you all practice here on campus for interested viewers who want to come out and try out?
So anyone is open to coming out to practices. We practice Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 8:30. You can bring cleats if you have them. If not, we're going to teach you how to play the game, no matter if you've ever touched a Frisbee before. We also throw outside of practice, at least an hour every week. So if you see any of us around campus, feel free to jump in and toss a disc with us.
Okay. Is there a steep learning curve to it, or would you say it's easy to get some of the basic beginner moves and then it gets harder after that, or?
So I'd say personally it's a pretty short learning curve. Once you kind of get the basics down of understanding why the sport is a little bit different than others, the most learning past that is just how to throw the different throws, and with some practice, it's easy to get it down. It just takes a little time.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've seen people practicing out on Harwell, and they can throw it a lot better than I can. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I'm glad. Do you all ever do anything with the men's group on campus?
Yep. So we actually have tons of different socials that we do together. We have pasta dinners before all of our tournaments where both teams come together and kind of socialize and get prepped and excited for the tournament. We also just had a scrimmage with them over this last weekend where the guys team scrimmaged the girls, and it was a really fun scrimmage.
Well, hey, they say the teams that carve up together stay together. So glad you all are doing that. I really appreciate your time today, Racheal,
Thank
and
you so much.
educating our viewers on the other side of Frisbee here on campus. Wish you all the best of success in your future endeavors over there at the program, and keep kicking butt.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hello and welcome back to TUTV Sports viewers. I'm Alex Garofalo.
And I'm Laurel, and today we're going to be talking about another busy week in sports here at TU.
Tulsa soccer player Chase Bromstead was named Rookie of the Week by the American Athletic Conference on Monday. Bromstead is originally from Parkville, Montana. He is a freshman this year and plays midfielder position. In the Golden Hurricanes' final game against Memphis, he scored his second and third career goals. Among his team members, Bromstead currently attempts the second most shots per minute of play. He was TU's only Rookie of the Week this season.
The Tulsa men's basketball program continues to celebrate the 2 decades of Reynolds Center Magic series. This week, the series featured Dante Swanson's buzzer beater against Fresno State in 2003. Tulsa was competing against Fresno for the top spot in the Western Atlantic Conference. With 1.9 seconds left on the clock, Swanson let fly a three-pointer that found its mark just as the buzzer sounded. Video footage of Swanson's triumph can be found on the Tulsa Athletics webpage.
The Tulsa women's tennis team took home 5 singles wins and 1 doubles win on the final day of the SMU Invite in Dallas, Texas. Both Martina Akalova and Shura Pape won their matches in straight sets. The strong performance was a fitting end to the fall season. The team will not return to the court until January 13th when they kick off the spring semester with a game against longtime rival Oral Roberts University.
The Tulsa women's volleyball team defeated the Houston Cougars on Sunday, winning 3 of the 4 sets. Mariah Pardo led the team with 37 total assists. The win puts the Golden Hurricane at 13-13 overall and 7-7 on the season, while the loss dropped the Cougars to 9-13 overall. Tulsa volleyball will host the Huskies of Yukon Thursday, November 9th at the Reynolds Center. The game is slated to begin at 7 p.m.
The Tulsa men's basketball team achieved a blowout victory against Missouri S&T in their second preseason exhibition game. Senior Corey Henderson Jr. led the team with 21 points, and 6 Tulsa players scored double figures in the win. The night marked the 18th time the Golden Hurricane has scored over 100 points in preseason matchups, and Tulsa is now 66-2 overall in exhibition games. The preseason is now over, and the regular season begins this Friday, November 10th, with a game against Lamar at the Reynolds Center. Tip-off is slated to begin at 12 noon.
The Tulsa football team suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Memphis Tigers on Friday. While the Golden Hurricane managed to keep it close in the first half, they were soon overwhelmed by the 21st ranked school and lost by a final score of 41-14. D'Angelo Brewer earned his 15th career 100-yard rushing game, finishing the day with 119 yards on the ground. He has now surpassed 1,000 yards on the year and has posted back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. The loss puts Tulsa at 2-8 overall and 1-5 on the American Athletic Conference.
Well, Laurel, you know,
What's up?
I'm just excited for basketball season.
I love
at this
basketball.
Point,
It's so fun.
Football's 2-8. It's time to put that to bed. But I'm really pumped for the basketball season.
Me
It gets
too.
loud
I
in the
think we'll be
Reynolds
good.
Center.
I know. I love the atmosphere of basketball more than anything.
And it's a lot easier to get angry at the other fans because
I
like in
agree.
football you have to scream across the field, but in basketball the visitor section's right next to the
there.
student section,
Yeah.
and you can just see their look in their eyes.
I agree.
It works out for us, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think about any other sports you're looking forward to? Maybe some tennis action.
Yeah, tennis is fun, sort of, to watch. I don't know. It depends on the day, I guess.
Depends on the day, sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. What about you?
I played tennis for most of my life, so I like watching it. I don't feel insulted, no worries
Okay,
about
good,
that.
good.
But yeah,
Cool.
basketball season's coming, and
I'm so
I am
excited.
so ready.
Okay, thanks for joining us at TUTV Sports today.
I'm Alex. We'll see you next week.
Ah, que c'est bon, que c'est bon. Une glace au citron. Ça vaut au moins 3 bonbons.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sydney.
Welcome to TUTV Entertainment.
Let's get started with today's top stories.
This weekend, TU is partnering with Joyful Hearts Foundation for a screening of the HBO documentary I Am Evidence. The film follows the stories of 4 survivors whose rape kits were untested for years and their struggle to investigate a, quote, broken criminal justice system. Following the screening, students are invited to participate in a Q&A session with representatives from Joyful Heart, TU, and local organizations. Lorton Performance Center will host the event Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m.
Following several allegations of sexual misconduct, Netflix has officially severed ties with Kevin Spacey. Spacey is the star and executive producer of the Netflix original series House of Cards. The decision comes after days after production of the show's forthcoming season was halted indefinitely. Netflix also revealed they would not, quote, be moving forward with the release of the film Gore, a film starring and produced by Spacey that was in post-production. The film was planned for a 2018 release.
Looking to get a jump start on stuffing your face with cranberry sauce? Get to Mayo SAC next Thursday to kick off the year's holiday festivities. TU's housing department has invited students to experience a traditional Thanksgiving meal with fellow TU students. Grab a couple of friends and enjoy all of your Thanksgiving favorites. The meal is free and open to all current students. No uncles with weird opinions allowed at this Thanksgiving feast.
TU's Campus Corner Store is having a 2-day sale next week. All clothing and gifts will be 25% off on Tuesday, November 14th and Wednesday, November 15th. The sale comes a week before Black Friday and the beginning of official holiday shopping. Be sure to grab some TU apparel before heading home for Thanksgiving break. The TU bookstore is located at the corner of 11th Street and Harvard Avenue and is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday.
Last week, Disney officially introduced the cast of its upcoming Lion King film. Big names including Donald Glover, John Oliver, Seth Rogen, and James Earl Jones has been cast in the live-action remake. The film's biggest surprise was R&B star Beyoncé, who has been cast to play Nala. John Favreau will direct the film following the massive success of his live-action remake of The Jungle Book. Fans will have to wait quite a while until the film's release. The Lion King is not expected to hit theaters until the summer of 2019.
Wow, I'm excited about the Lion King remake.
I know. I just love that Disney's been doing all these live-action movies. They're all just so entertaining to watch. The Jungle Book one was one of my favorites. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah, I really like remakes, and I know some people that don't like live-action remakes because they don't like it when studios mess with the original film, but I think it's a really great twist on the story.
Oh, definitely. They're just amazing. Like, I just love to see Disney's, like, 2017 and 2018, like, versions of all of the classics and to see, like, how they've made them change, and it's just really crazy that they've just decided to make live-action movies for all of these Disney classics. Like, it's just, everybody's just so happy about it.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm a little sad that we have to wait till summer of 2019 to watch it.
I know, but you know the time will actually fly by. Just like, I mean, the years just fly.
Yeah,
Like,
it'll be great.
It'll be here before we know it, definitely.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook and tulsa.show, our website. I'm Sydney Allison.
And I'm Emily Williams. Thanks for watching TUTV Entertainment.
Have a great week.
Hello, welcome back.
Charity, I gotta say, I watched this really crazy movie on the theme of movies from the entertainment section. I watched this crazy movie a few days ago called Stay Alive. Have you ever heard of it?
No. It sounds so good, though.
It's really creepy. The premise is these guys find a video game, the black market video game, and the way they get killed in the game is the way they're killed in real life. So,
yeah, it sounds so familiar.
And it's just one of those movies that really sticks with you. If you have any kind of like weird movies you saw growing up that you kind of just remain, even though they're like kind of like your favorite, but they're lesser known. Like, I'm pretty sure Stay Alive never went to theaters, but it still sticks with me to this day.
Yeah. I actually don't have one. Let me think. Saw?
The original?
The original. It was pretty gory. It was awful.
It was
actually,
awful.
Yeah, because I was so young when I watched it.
How young were you?
I don't know, like 10.
You were 10 when you watched Saw. Well,
that's young, right?
That's young for a horror film, yeah.
Yeah. My cousin, so I'm the only girl in my family, like, not really, but with the family members.
So your mom's a man.
With my extended family.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so all of my cousins, most of my cousins are male. and I spent a lot of time with them. And so I would just do things because they were doing things, because like I can do it too. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just watch the movie because they were watching it and I can watch it too.
Interesting. Well, that is the best Saw movie in my opinion. The first
Yeah.
one has the best plot. So at least
Okay.
you saw that one.
Yeah. I've never seen the others, but
Did it give you any nightmares?
no. It made me afraid of the dark for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
No.
Okay.
That happens.
Okay.
Afraid of the dark.
So I like slept with my cousins
Did you have a nightlight?
in their room. In their room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Right, of
As one
course.
does. Well, viewers, thanks for joining us this week. It's been a real pleasure. I'm Alex.
And I'm Charity. Catch you next time.